All right, welcome back to the Meet Us in the Ring podcast. As you guys can see, we have some special guests here today. We'll have you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, plug your socials, and tell us who you're representing for the draft today.
Well, first of all, I am Mindrunner. I am the lead host on Mission Pro Spotlight of Mission Pro Wrestling, Thunder Rosa's promotion. And with me is the co-hostess with the mostest. She is the Scully to my Mulder. I'm talking about Angel Marie.
Hi,
Snap.
I'm I love the snaps. Oh my gosh. I'm Angel Marie. I'm the other co-host of Mission Pro Spotlight, and I'm really happy to be on here. You can find me on my Instagram, itrw_angel.marie.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think my TikTok is somewhere along the same thing like that.
Yeah. And my socials is Mindrunner everywhere. Whatever social it is, it's the same spelling. And Angel Marie, by the way, is the most lethal woman in the world with a kendo stick flag. She's a color guard. And she's
Okay,
also the
Slay. I
most
love that.
lethal woman in the world with a kendo stick flag. So be careful. Be careful.
Well, I am super excited to do this draft with you guys today. We didn't really discuss who's going to be Raw or SmackDown, but we'll just do Meet Us in the Ring versus Mission Pro Wrestling.
Meat versus
And
mission.
and I just want to get your guys' thoughts on some hot topics for today. The first being Booker T recently gave his list of his Mount Rushmore for women's wrestlers. And I believe he had Trish, Lita, Sable, and Sherry Martel. So, how do you guys feel about that Mount Rushmore?
Well, if I could start, Sherry Martel is on my Mount Rushmore of women's wrestling. I think she often went underrated because she was a heel mostly, and but she was a classic manager wrestler. She's been in WCW, WWE, and there's now the Sherry Martel Classic, which is honors her, and I agree with that. I like Trish because to me, Trish represents the evolution of women's wrestling, going from the TNA, bra and panties, attitude era, evolving into legit badass wrestling. She kind of personified. I mean, she literally was a manager of a team called TNA with Test and Albert, and then she went on to become one of the best women's representations there. Lita, I agree too. She is so many of the ladies we've interviewed. Lita was one of their inspirations. She kind of broke the mold of the women's wrestler. Being almost like the third Hardy Boy.
Mm-hmm.
She was kind of there. I I would like to put Jazz up
Oh,
there.
okay.
I would like to put Jazz, and a lot of that has to do with her post WWE influence in the independent scene. She continues even now to this day, influences NWA, and she was at the most recent. By the way, if you haven't had a chance to check out the most recent NWA, it was this. They had this battle gauntlet with the ladies. There's 13 ladies. Tiffany Nieves, Natalia Markova, so many. It was awesome. Just get it, check it out. It's on Twitter for free, and it's this 13-woman gauntlet match, and it's just unreal. But I would put Jazz up there just because of the influence and the legacy she's had. She's had to really fight really hard, and put up with a lot in her career. And she was against kind of the stereotype that WWE was looking for, but I think she's really made some strides, and she's really paved the way for women's wrestling today.
Yeah, that's super valid. So you would take Sable out of his
Yeah, I
out of his
don't.
thing.
I mean, if this was the Mount Rushmore of valets, I would. I put it up there, but I don't see her so much
Mm-hmm.
as like an actual. When I think of a women's wrestler, I think more of Jazz than Sable.
Yeah, Angel. What about you?
So I come from a younger generation, obviously, and like Sable, I'm gonna be so for real. I honestly don't know too much about Sable, so
That might be all
um,
right.
It's fair.
yeah. So I from who I know on there, I do agree with his Mount Rushmore. With Trish and Lita. For me, I would probably add so Trish, Lita, I'd probably add like maybe Becky Lynch on there as well. But yeah, I mean, from who I know on there, I really do agree with that. Yeah.
Maddie, what about you?
Bianca Belair was not on there, and I have no respect for. No, I'm kidding. I agree with Trish and Lita. I liked the mention of Jazz. I think that Jazz has done a lot for women's wrestling, and I think that she is probably one of the more underappreciated wrestlers. So I would love for her to be up there. Charlotte Flair, like I know Mary and I say what we will about Charlotte Flair, but she really has made so many. We do love her. We do love the queen.
Yeah.
But she really has opened so many doors for women in women's wrestling, and she is just the epitome of a women's wrestler in this generation now. She's very missed. So I don't know, I would probably put her up there. A fourth, I don't know. I love Jacqueline. We don't really talk about, Jacqueline too much, but I absolutely love her. So I might throw her up there for fun, but I don't know. It's just hard. Like there's so many, so many.
I mean,
but Trish and Lita are obviously the staples.
Yeah, for sure. I think the conversation gets hard when we're talking about Mount Rushmore versus pillars of women's wrestling, because Mount Rushmore, like, if you really, if you think about what Mount Rushmore is, it's our founding fathers, in that sense. So it's like you more so have to put who you believe are like the foundation of women's wrestling. And so then that's where I think it gets tricky with adding like newer people, because yes, they're pillars. Like Charlotte Flair is absolutely a pillar of women's wrestling. Like she just is. But yeah, I think for me, I agree with him having Lita and Trish. Sable, I really don't agree with. I don't think, but that's just my personal opinion. Like, I don't know too much about her career. But it seems to be the consensus here. And then Sherry Martel, like I know a lot of people have high regard for her, so like I'm okay with his pick for that too.
I like your distinction there too between pillars and like foundation or what have you, or like superstars. If you take one women's wrestler from the last 4 decades, if you take a Sherry Martel and then you think of like Attitude Era and perhaps Lita or Trish, and then you think of the women's evolution or women's revolution, you've got the 4 horsewomen, picking one from there, and then who would you pick today? Arguably, I'm actually with Maddie on there. If you picked like not necessarily the pillars, but like Bianca Belair, I think is worthy of consideration simply because I mean she's the EST, but still like I think she's the one now that's kind of breaking the mold and breaking stereotypes and breaking the barriers. I remember when she did that strength challenge. She had to run with not Tucky. She had to run with
Otis.
Otis on her back.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. I mean, well, yeah, I like it. But I agree. I think definitely Sherry Martel. You mentioned Jacqueline. I also want to throw in Ivory as well.
Yeah.
And she coming from Glow as Mazda Marathi. She was Tiffany Maserati or something like that. Now she's going on to become Ivory. She was, and with her involvement with Tough Enough. There's some stuff. But we could go on and on going to the deep dive and list. I didn't mean to monopolize it, but I like your distinction there. Between Mount Rushmore versus like pillars.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Mae Young is obviously in that conversation. She is she's the OG. She just is.
Fabulous Moolah too.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I wanted to talk about was the new tag team that debuted on SmackDown.
Wait, there was a new tag team that debuted on SmackDown?
Oh, Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah.
Are they new? Are they like from the Indies or something? Are they a brand new? Did they come from the Performance Center?
No, definitely not. But but a lot of people were upset that like their contract signing thing was on X and not on live TV. But they were in, a triple threat tag team match for an opportunity at the titles. So that's kind of exciting. I mean, that's their introduction on SmackDown, and they're like, all right, we're here. So how do you guys feel about it?
Angel, you want to take this one first, or?
Sure. I don't know too much about Motor City Machine Guns, but from what I've heard, they're awesome. So I can't wait to see what's in store with them, and I hope that they live up to the hype that I'm hearing about.
Yeah, same.
I also don't know too much about Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin. I'm not very familiar with the Motor City Machine Guns at all, other than a super fan. I think I think it's fantastic. I actually feel like their insertion into WWE is very similar to how Ricochet joined AEW. It's almost like they're here. We know they're here. You know they're here. But instead of some kind of like, oh, they're showing up in the interviews, it was just here they are. Let's get to business, and I love it. Exactly, that's the best way to introduce them because it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be, and in fact, I almost feel like now there might be some friendly competition between Triple H and Shawn Michaels on who has the more fire program, NXT or WWE. I think there might be some back and forth about ribbing each other on text messages or something, because that was a great getting Motor City Machine Guns. That's fantastic.
Well, hopefully Shawn Michaels is inspiring Triple H to up the women's division.
Yes.
And I mean, I think he is, with Lash Legend and Jakara being on there. So we'll see. We'll see.
Owens.
But I'm excited to see what the new tag team has to offer. I didn't know them before. Like, hey, this team's coming to SmackDown. I was like, all right, well, let's go. Maddie,
awesome.
How did you feel?
I like them. I've not like crazy familiar, but I very much know who they are. I think it was like a fast introduction, and like that's cool, but the only thing is like it doesn't leave room for a lot of people who don't know who they are. So, but like I don't want to criticize it too quick. I'm assuming they're gonna have like some kind of video package or something, just like maybe next week being like, this is who they are, this is their history, what they're about. I'm hoping they do that just to kind of like catch up people who don't know who they are. We'll have to see, but I'm excited. As long as the titles leave the bloodline soon, I will be satisfied. The Temu bloodline, I will be satisfied.
Yeah, for sure. Well, should we get into this draft?
Get into it.
All right, so let me lay down the rules really quick. We're doing WWE, just WWE, current roster only. You are allowed to have someone who is currently injured if they're still on, if they're still on the roster. And we're doing 5 men, 5 women, and then 4 tag teams. 2 men, 2 women. Or sorry, wait, is that what I said?
I don't know.
Could we do all 4 women tag teams?
Yeah, sorry. 4 tag teams, 2 men, 2 women. There we go. So we'll like trade off starting, and then so like for the men's, whoever starts, then the next team starts for the women. We'll go like that. So I'm like, can we do an imaginary coin flip?
I feel like we should be nice, Mary, and have our guests go first.
All right. Well, if you guys want to give us your first pick of your men's division.
First pick of the men's division. Angel, you and I have gone back and forth on this quite a bit. Should we go with our first inclination, or should we go with our more recent decision?
I don't know.
Adrenaline in your soul, something.
I think.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes.
We're going to go with American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
All right. That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Maddie?
That's I wanted that. I wanted that, man.
Oh, sorry. Should we have someone keep track of both?
Yeah, I can write it down.
Okay, you'll write it down, Maddie. All right. Well, Maddie, you can go ahead with our first pick.
We're taking the Tribal Chief. We're taking Roman Reigns.
That's right.
We love our OTC, our Tribal Chief.
I thought you meant Solo Sikoa.
No, that's the Temu Tribal Chief.
Yeah, no thanks.
Bougie. We get
OTC. He didn't even crack the top 10.
No, he's not even on this note.
We've had a love-hate relationship with Roman. Well, mostly just his title run, but
yeah,
we're with the OTC.
Now, but that'll probably change.
His new theme song is banging, though, isn't it?
Well, last week,
Yeah.
when we did our Def Rebel tier list, Mary was not feeling it.
I'm
feeling
not.
it,
I prefer the other one.
huh? I'm with you on that one. I was being
Valid.
that was my attempt at sarcasm.
Yeah.
There.
Well, one of our loyal viewers, Trey, says he does
What up,
not
Trey?
acknowledge Roman.
Ah, there you go.
Ooh.
Well,
Acknowledge our tribal
all
chief.
right.
I acknowledge
Hot
Jacob
take.
Fatu, though. I mean, whoever Jacob
Oh,
Fatu
yeah.
needs to switch up and join Roman.
This is my Jacob Fatu. I love you, Solo.
Truly, I hope everyone finds someone who loves them as much as Jacob Fatu loves Solo Sikoa. Because
Oh
that's
my
an
God.
unconditional love.
All right.
All right.
Angel Marie, will you do the next? Will you pick the next wrestler for us? Are we staying
I
in
will
the
gladly.
men's right now, or are we gonna flip flop, or is this we're keeping it the men singles?
Yes,
Yeah, I think
we're
it's okay
just
for
we're
now.
just doing the men first.
Okay.
Okay. So for our next pick, we're gonna go with the one, the only main event, Jey Uso. Yeet.
Oh, that's fine. I'm done with that.
No,
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mary. I didn't even write his name down.
I did. All right. Well, then for our next pick, we're gonna go with the Viper, Randy Orton.
Ooh.
Interesting.
King.
Interesting.
He's a legend. We need a veteran on our roster.
Kind of shady towards Roman, but okay.
No, it's not. Randy's way more
I want
veteran
everyone
than him.
to know that Mary just said the tribal chief is not a veteran. Okay.
Okay, just not as much as Randy.
All right. Do we go? Do we burn it down, Angel?
I say we burn it down.
All right, we're burning it down.
Damn.
Seth freaking Rollins.
All right. I see what you guys got cooking over there.
Yeah, for real.
All right, Maddie.
We're gonna have to take the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Ooh. Okay. I don't know. This one might be a little bit more biased on my end.
Mhm.
Do you think we should go for a final prayer? You think we should? Should we go for Karrion Kross?
What?
I think so. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yes, because I think that's gonna.
This person predicts the future.
That's my sis. Oh, God.
I love that.
That's why I said I'm a little bit biased because she got me into Karrion.
Oh, that's so funny. I love that. All right. Well, Maddie, I'm hoping you're agreeing with my next pick,
I
but
probably won't. I'm kidding.
rude. We are gonna take, honestly, the super heel of WWE right now, Dominic Mysterio.
Bro.
Oh.
We gotta have someone who like can lose, to the more advanced guys. Let's just be
Yeah.
real.
Do we? Okay.
Every
Yeah.
faction's gotta have a heel. You gotta have your heel. All right, Angel. I think it's time we dip into the NXT roster, but I'm
Mhm.
torn because my AEW bias might show. Or do we go with Trick? Trick Williams or Ethan Page, Angel? Which one?
Trick Willie.
Trick
Let's get
Williams.
Trick Willie.
Trick Williams.
Let's get Trick Willie.
Trick Willie.
All right. I respect that. All right, Maddie, our last pick for the men's roster.
It's very interesting that they said Trick Williams because I want Carmelo Hayes.
I had him on the list. I'm like, thank
Nice. I was kind of gonna go with what Cap said and do Tongaloa, but didn't.
Yeah.
The infamous Tongaloa.
Girl, please.
Sorry.
All right,
Uh-oh,
so
people
Maddie,
booing
want to do a review quick of all of our
Yes.
picks?
All right. So Team Meet Us in the Ring has the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio, and Carmelo Hayes.
Mm.
And Team Mission Pro has Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Karrion Kross, and Trick Williams.
Those are pretty solid.
Pretty solid, yeah.
I think we both have at least
Yeah.
one that is probably
Yeah.
not a popular pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have Karrion Kross,
Yeah.
we have Dominic Mysterio, but hey, everyone has their role, you know?
Everyone.
Yeah, right. Let's book that Karrion Kross versus Dominic match.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Dominic would get destroyed.
Heck yeah.
It'd be fun to watch though.
All right. Well, we will start first for the women's roster. Maddie, do you want to go first or me?
Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair. I want Bianca Belair.
Yes.
It's my queen. I want Bianca Belair.
All right. We're going with the EST. Bianca
The
Belair.
GOAT.
All right. Who's your guys' first pick for your women's division?
Angel, I know who you got your sights in on, but I think we can wait until number 5 for her. Yeah, because she'll be.
Oh no, okay,
pick.
not number 5, number 2.
Number 2. All right. But
She'll go to number 2.
we are putting our chips on a blue chipper that has yet to wrestle, but she's already signed and on the roster at NXT. We've already had her promotions from Down Under, the Destroyer, Delta.
Delta, man. That's good. I'm so excited about that.
That was good.
How about Halloween Havoc?
I'm so excited for Halloween
excited.
Havoc.
Oh my god.
Same.
All right, Mary.
All right. We are going to be taking the World Women's Champion, Liv Morgan.
Ooh, okay.
Gotta have a champion on there. And obviously, if we have Dom, then we're gonna have Liv too.
You got
Yay, my
exactly.
favorite storyline.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but you know, we can get away from that storyline.
All right, Angel. Let's get her. It's playtime.
Okay. Time for my number 2. I totally don't know who she is.
Yeah.
For those who know.
Exactly.
We're going with Tatum Paxley.
Hey,
I
okay.
love underrated Tatum Paxley. I love her so much.
Heck yes.
Okay, so you guys have 2 like NXT girlies right now. I appreciate that. All right, Maddie, who's our next pick?
I'm gonna have to go with the current greatest women's champion in WWE, and that is the NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez.
Yay!
All right, you got us back.
Oh
for
my
the
God.
Cody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got us back for the Cody snipe there. All right. All right. Let's get Angel. Let's keep it NXT.
Yeah.
Let's go with. All right. Let's go with the her newfound frenemy, a returning frenemy, Cora Jade.
Oh, you're gonna take Cora from us? That's okay.
Damn,
Maddie.
we were gonna
Maddie.
pick her next.
Maddie doesn't really like Cora,
You
so
don't
that's
like
okay.
Cora? Okay.
Well, explain why, Maddie. Explain why.
I think it's best. No, I just not a
fan.
a good wrestler. No,
Okay.
not a fan.
Well, maybe at
Seems
Halloween
like a
Havoc.
cool gal. She seems like a cool gal.
Maybe at Halloween Havoc she'll surprise you.
I hope so. I love being proven wrong.
All right.
I really hope you say who I think you're gonna say.
Okay, well, don't put that pressure on me.
That's what I'm here for.
All right. Well, I'm torn. Okay. I'm going to go with Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton.
Ooh, nice.
Dang it! Oh my gosh.
That's valid though.
She's the future. She's the future.
Oh heck yeah. Oh man. Who are we gonna go for next? Whew.
Well, we are Mission
Do we
Pro.
want to go?
We are Mission Pro.
Yeah.
do like to. I mean, granted, you already took Roxanne, who's a
Mhm.
Mission Pro alum, but
Mhm.
we got to stick with some of our Mission Pro alum. And even though she's been stepping up, and then she's probably the best part of the catch group there, the catch click. Now, what are they? The click now?
Mhm.
Is that the new group? Angel, you pick. You go. Who you have?
All right. We're gonna go with former Mission Pro Tag Team Champion Ren Sinclair.
Ren Sinclair.
Oh, okay.
Slay.
It's
I
only
love
right.
that. We
Yes.
love loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Maddie Renkowski. Shout out to the name.
Yes.
Mhm.
Heck yeah.
All right, Maddie, who is our last pick for our women's roster?
I'm gonna have to go with Chelsea Green.
Yes!
Oh.
Now that's not fair. That's not fair. You got to pick Chelsea Green. In fact, I want to speak to y'all's manager right now. I think this is unfair. We need to speak to the manager. This is a travesty.
The manager is not in the
Stop
building.
We don't need any Karens here.
Good pick.
No. Should we do a
All
little
right,
recap? Or,
Oh,
we
they have
our
one more
final
pick.
Oh,
We
okay.
got one more. We got one more.
This is not only probably our. Ooh, should we keep it NXT Angel or should we get one WWE? Because there's one that
Ooh,
I'm surprised
I
has
mean-
not been picked up yet.
I know. I say let's do main roster. Let's do
Okay.
one main roster.
This is our brutality.
Mm,
We're going with Rhea Ripley.
Heck yeah.
thank you. Liv will be able to have some other feuds now.
Well, we can only hope.
All right, Maddie, give them the recap.
All right, so Team Mission Pro with their women has Delta, Tatum Paxley, Cora Jade, Ren Sinclair, and Rhea Ripley. And Team Meet Us in the Ring has Bianca Belair Legend, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Tiffany Stratton, and Chelsea Green.
I think you guys kind of went with, all right, let's build up all of these superstars, and we kind of have a little bit of some veterans, some new talent, some who are kind of in the middle. So I think we both got good rosters.
Absolutely.
For sure.
All right, next up is the tag teams, and you can either say your men's or your women's first, but it's 2 men tag teams and 2 women tag teams.
Okay, gotcha.
So you guys can go first.
Well, I think we got to go with Motor City Machine Guns. I think we got to go with them.
All right.
Yeah.
Fresh to the roster.
Yeah, they're gonna be awesome.
I'm gonna have to go back and like find some of their matches. What are some that you would recommend people go watch?
There's a ton. Just you can actually find a lot of compilations. Actually, is what I recommend. They're kind of high flyers and just they're kind of similar to like Young Bucks or yeah, I could see them being a good matchup against like Street Profits or just they're really incredible and they're actually a dream match would be Usos versus Motor City Machine Guns. That would be like a good chemistry in my opinion. But this is one of those long time coming moments because they've been like almost like a 20-year overnight success kind of thing. So yeah, just really happy that they're getting their break.
Yeah.
Is there one match in particular that you would recommend for me to go watch? That just if you have one off the top of your head.
I would go. What was that one they had in TNT? I'd have to let me get back. I will send you like 6 matches to
all right, perfect
to check out. I'm trying to think of the one that they had at TNA a while back. But anyways, I will send you a whole list. But that's fantastic.
All right, sounds good. Well, Maddie, do you mind if I go first for our tag
As long as you
teams?
pick the team that I'm hoping you pick.
Oh gosh, girl. Okay. Well, the first team that I'm picking is a men's tag team, and it is the current tag team champions on Raw, Finn and JD. You love Finn Balor. Why are you mad?
Mary, why are you picking that team, Mary?
Because you love Finn Balor, and I was doing it for you.
Okay. Damn it.
They're the tag team champions. We need the champions on the show.
Are they? I forgot.
Thinking logistically, Maddie.
Damn.
Do you guys
All right.
watch AEW much at all, or are you just
I
kind of
do.
aware?
Yeah, Maddie does.
While they were at TNA, Young Bucks went by Generation Me. They were kind of like that was their gimmick, and they had an incredible 3-way against mostly Machine Guns and like Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, and Generation Me. It's incredible.
okay.
So just you can imagine Jeff Hardy, Young Bucks, just the carnage, and then that was back in Kurt Angle's Perk Angle days where he was a little bit, a little bit on the sauce there, a little bit. But anyways, our turn for the next men's tag team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Angel, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking we gotta do it ourselves. Let's get DIY.
Yes. Good call.
They're doing really well right now on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. All right, Maddie, who's our next tag team?
I'm so glad they didn't get picked. We are taking from NXT Fraxium.
Oh,
my
okay.
favorite tag team right now.
I had no idea you wanted to pick them.
Absolutely.
Okay, I like their style. Yes. I thought you were gonna pick somebody else, but all right. So we have our 2 men's tag teams. You guys are free to go. We only have our women's left.
Point of order: if somebody else has already picked one of the members as a singles wrestler, can we still pick the team?
Nope.
No. Okay.
So no EST.
We already have.
Yeah,
them.
No Bianca and Jade. Ooh.
Nope.
That was slick. All right.
That's why I wish you wouldn't have picked Bianca, because then I wanted to pick her and Jade for the tag team.
No, I want Bianca solo. I'm fine with it.
I would actually love to go with again, this is keeping with that kind of building up. I'm a huge Lash Legend fan, and I think we're gonna go with Lash and Jakara.
Nice.
Love that. They're hot right now.
Meta 2, we'll just call it Metaphor.
Metaphor
ladies.
Yeah.
Metaphor ladies.
Metaphor ladies.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pick our first women's tag team, and I am gonna go with Io Sky and Kairi Sane.
Okay.
Ooh.
Just because I want both of them on the roster, and they're good as a tag team.
Yes.
And this is not Damage Control. This is just Io and Kairi. So no
Sky Pirates.
No Dakota. Yeah.
Sky Pirates.
All right, Angel, what are you thinking?
Okay. I'm thinking I want creepy. I want Unholy Union.
It's a good pick. That's a good pick. All right, Maddie, who's our last team?
I'm gonna go with my personal favorite women's tag team, the team of Katana Chance and Kaden Carter.
Yes,
Right.
they were the other ones that I had that I wanted.
Nice.
I think they're so good as a tag team. Like, yes, they're small, but their chemistry is so good, and when they work together, like, it's just so fluid, and it's just so good.
They're easily the best women's tag team like on the roster. It just sucks they're not utilized enough, you know.
Well, because they've been together the longest. Everybody else is kind of just mashed together.
Yeah.
Except for Io and Kairi, but
True.
Well, do you want to review our tag teams, Maddie?
Let's do it. So Team Mission Pro has Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, the Metaphor Ladies, and the Unholy Union. And Team Meet Us in the Ring, unfortunately, has the Judgment Day.
No, it's just Finn and JD. We don't have Carlito. We don't have...
Period. Finn and JD. We have Fraxium, the team of Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Io Sky and Kairi Sane, the Sky Pirates, and Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. I think they have a team name, right? Party, something? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Party girls.
Do they?
They don't really have
Party
a
girls.
name. I just kind of call them K and K. I don't know.
Period.
Yeah, I just call them Kaden and Katana. That's it.
Yeah. Whatever works.
Can we also draft one trio? Can we draft
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, let's do that for
women's
fun.
trio?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I-
funsies.
We'd like to draft Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Starks,
Oh,
and change their freaking name
okay.
to three
Yeah.
badass women or something other than Pink Pony Club Fusion.
Pony Club.
Like, how do you name three of the baddest women in wrestling as a faction, and you call it some kind of fusion cocktail, something you order at Tropical
Yeah.
Smoothie?
Yeah, that's
Not
a
a
drink
fan
I'd
of the
order
name.
at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so bad I couldn't remember it, so I just renamed it Pink Pony Club. I was like, you know what? That's easier to
valid.
remember
That's
than
valid.
Pure Fusion Collective or whatever.
Pink
Yeah.
Pony Club.
Maddie, what trio could we have? I'm like, a lot of them have gotten kind of demolished, but Oh, well, I was gonna say, so Maddie, what do you think about maybe the Creed brothers and Ivy, or Street Profits and
the
what's her
Street
name?
Profits and BFAB would be
and
fun.
BFAB? Okay, we're gonna take the Street Profits and BFAB.
There you go.
Shout out to BFAB.
Cap said no pop collect.
You know how much Cap loves Pure Fusion Collect. He's always
Yeah.
tweeting about how much he loves them. Yeah.
I wish kind of Sonya Deville would have went back with Chelsea Green, even though I love her and Piper Niven as a team. I was totally on board with Chelsea and Sonya.
Yeah.
They would have. I feel like they would have been the champions for a while if Sonya didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
So. And Liv and Raquel will hopefully one day be champions again. Not gonna lie.
Hopefully not.
Why?
No.
Well, how do you guys feel about Raquel now being in the Judgment Day, and the potential for them to hold the gold again?
I like it because it balances out against Rhea Ripley, I think, a little bit. I think that Raquel, her size, she kind of evens it up. It's gonna be. I think she fits a lot. It's funny too because I almost feel like, as much as I like the Judgment Day storyline, of course, the best Judgment Day storyline was with R-Truth, but I will fight you if you disagree.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with Rhea Ripley, it had gotten to that. There's some storylines that get overplayed. They jump the shark, if you will. Rhea Ripley and Dom and all that, it was getting very close to that. And then when she got injured, and got injured to go get married. But she, I think that bringing Liv in was such a great dynamic, and that was such a smart way to. And of course, Dom is going to turn on her. I mean, there are how many who in wrestling? Well, in WWE, who gets more of a negative fan reaction than Dominic?
That's why I wanted him on our roster. He's the super heel right now.
So I think that I love Liv's dynamic with Judgment Day, and then Raquel brings a kind of a henchman, if you will, like a muscle to be with Liv. So I think that's pretty cool. It's gonna be interesting to see if Rhea reaches out for some returning backup. You never know. Maybe Becky Lynch might come back, or we might see somebody else pop up to the main roster. You never know.
I don't know. They have a lot of history. I don't know if Becky would get on board with it.
No.
But she did partner up with Bianca after all their stuff, so anything's possible.
True.
Angel, what do you think about Liv and Raquel and the whole situation?
Yeah, I honestly, it upset me that Raquel went with Liv just because literally hours before. Okay, I have an explanation. Hours
explain
before
yourself.
Bad Blood. Yeah. Hours before Bad Blood, I was literally talking to my mom, and I was like, "Mom, you know what? I bet you Raquel's gonna go and save Rhea and squash their beef, right?" I picked the wrong woman. Should have gone with Liv. I was like, dang it. I was like, But I am happy to see Raquel back because I love Raquel.
Mhm.
And I think that it is like a nice balance again with like Rhea and stuff. So I'm excited to see her back.
Yeah. And really quickly, I want to get you guys' take on we have a lot of women's wrestlers who are injured right now. Who are you, or people who are going to be returning soon? Who are you guys most excited to see back? And Maddie, you can answer this too. We got Asuka out, Charlotte. We have is Kiana James, is she injured? Or is she just not
Yeah.
on TV right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
she is.
Kiana James. We also have Alexa Bliss coming back soon. Carmella's coming back soon. Fingers
Dakota Kai
crossed.
is in
Dakota
there, too.
Kai.
I have a question for y'all, and because Angel and I talked about this, let's talk. Let's just, if you don't mind, this would be a good segue into that topic.
Mhm.
Alexa Bliss, would you rather her come back as her old spiteful, like, or herself, the Bennett self, or more the, like, join the Wyatt Six
No.
and be like that personification of that doll character?
No, I believe we're both on the same page. We want the goddess Alexa Bliss to make her return. It seems like Lexi is hinting at her still being the other character, but I hope not. Really
I
hope
can't deal
not.
with that anymore. I can't. It's so bad.
Well,
I just think she was just so much more dominant when she was the goddess, and like you saw more of her skill rather than like the wannabe supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
and this is one of the reasons. This is when WWE was really losing me. I felt like the wrong superstar was in that role back when Alexa Bliss was there, because Nikki Cross is so that person.
Yeah.
And what I felt would have been a great turn would have been, even, I didn't really care for the Nikki Ash thing, but like, I understand, kind of her philosophy behind it. But I felt like it would have been cool if Bray Wyatt's character, the Fiend, turned Nikki back into that NXT Psycho Sanity character, and, like, this is back when they had the virtual screens, in the audience. Wouldn't it have been cool if, like, the one person that could save Alexa Bliss from the Fiend was Nikki, but she had to go back to her insane character, and all of a sudden, like, the lights go out, and then all of a sudden you see Nikki, like, showing up on all the screens and just be like, I'm gonna kill you, that kind of thing, and
Yeah.
the one person that the Fiend is now afraid of is Nikki. But
That would, yeah.
anyways, I think Nikki fills that role. I think it would almost dilute the Wyatt Six if you brought in Alexa Bliss there. I think we need to see the goddess back. I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So are you most looking forward to her return then, or whose return are you looking
Let me
forward
also
to?
preface this, that there's a couple that I'd love to see go to AEW and get a run over there. But as far as injuries returning, and I know they tack on injury time and all that, I think Alexa Bliss needs to come back. I'm excited for her. Asuka is also one of my favorites, and I feel like I miss the NXT Asuka. I miss the undefeated streak Asuka. That that she seems like she's continuing to try to evolve, but they keep kind of putting her back into this Kabuki Warrior thing. I think they need to let the Kana Chan character come out a little bit. It's like she needs to let her kind of really be her own character, break away from Kari Sane. Iosuka and Kari Sane have that taken care of. Go be Asuka, be this badass, and be the Asuka that we fell in love with to begin with.
Angel, what about you?
Yeah, mine's kind of random-ish. I don't really have too much of a reasoning behind it, but one person I'm really excited to see back is Dakota Kai. I don't know. I really love Dakota, and I can't wait to see her back.
Like, I love her as a person. I just think she is not the best in the ring. She's definitely, like, I think after she came back from her last injury, she actually got better and like was doing moves that were like, okay, these are really cool. So I'm hoping that again she'll step up her game when she comes back.
And I think she will. I think Dakota to me is one of those people that's like constantly improving, and that's why I've become like a really big fan. But I've been saying this for a few weeks. The person I want to come back is Charlotte Flair, and I need her to take that title from Liv Morgan and just go to the moon. Charlotte Flair.
She's gonna go on SmackDown. She's a
end that
SmackDown
feud.
girly.
End that feud. Charlotte Flair is the champ, and all is well in the world again.
Well, Christopher thinks that she's gonna dethrone Nia, and then
Yeah.
Tiffany's gonna cash in on her.
I'm with Christopher. I'm actually with Christopher on that one. I prefer that feud.
Isn't Charlotte like the one woman who's gotten cashed in on the most?
Yeah.
Right.
So
everyone's saying this, but like,
continue.
I think WWE has kind of proven that the brand split doesn't seem to matter that much.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
in defense,
I think right now that's just especially for Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewel, but I mean, her husband is also on SmackDown, so I'm assuming she's gonna go to SmackDown.
Charlotte can take the title to SmackDown.
Girl, they're not switching the titles no more. We're not doing that.
Unified titles.
This ain't no trade anymore.
Oh God.
Hey, what about when Nia Jax landed on crushed Liv Morgan, and then Tiffany Stratton's like sitting there like yay, and then Nia's like cash,
like hello,
and she's like oh okay.
That was so funny.
I love that.
Tiffany's gonna cash in on Nia. When? I don't know, but
I'm really loving Nia as champion. So I don't know.
Is this the best Nia Jax? This is the best run she's had.
This is the best version of her.
I was not a fan until this run.
Same.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't care for her until this run. In fact, she almost was ridiculous when she had my butthole or something. And you remember that moment?
Darn you, Vince.
But I will say
Vince's
about that.
fault.
I will say about that is that Nia and Shayna, one of the best women's tag team championship reigns.
True.
If not the best. Period.
One of for sure.
Probably second best in my opinion.
They continue to do my girl Shayna wrong though. I mean,
fellow Shayna stan here, man. I feel you. That's my girl.
The only person that has treated her right is R-Truth on Raw Talk when they get an argument about catering.
Yeah.
But when they brought her up to main roster, I was so stoked, and then she was like a vampire for a couple weeks or something. She bit on the neck or something. I don't know.
She should have beat Becky.
I must have been having a fever drink because I don't remember that.
It was during the Becky feud.
You blocked it out.
Okay.
It's good that you blocked that out.
Well, we got kind of off track, but that's typical here on the Meet Us in the Ring podcast.
What happens on our show?
But you guys in the chat and in the comments, let us know whose roster you preferred better, Meet Us in the Ring or Mission Pro. Maybe we'll put a poll up on Instagram or something. We'll put our different rosters, have a little poll, see what the people say. No bias if it's on our page, though.
No bias.
But thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are so awesome, and we'll eventually, both of us will be on your show as well sometime down the line. Is there any final things you guys want to say before we head on out?
Well, Angel, you want to go first?
Thank you for having us, guys. And I can't wait to have y'all both on podcast because y'all are really fun.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're our people. We love you guys. Even though I kind of dip more into the AEW side of things. I love wrestling. What a great time to be a wrestling fan. What a great time to be a women's wrestling fan. I agree 1,000% that Triple H needs to kind of lean into what Shawn Michaels is doing with his women's division. I think there's a great case that the best women's division in wrestling today is NXT. But you could argue TNA, and AEW has a great roster. I think they have so much potential. There's things that need to happen. But we'd love to have you guys on. Please support independent wrestling too. Please try to break out of the mold. There's so much talent out there. You never know when they might pop up. Go to your local independent shows. You're going to have a great time. Support women's wrestling. They're not the popcorn match or the bathroom break match by any means. In fact, in a lot of cases, they're stealing the show.
Period.
So definitely go check them out. And check us out every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, 6:30 San Antonio time, where Mission Pro Spotlight, where we are elevating women's wrestling, and also we are showcasing a specific female talent each week. Super excited. We got a lot of cool guests coming up. And we just recently chatted with the former Emma Diaz, that Carolina Cruz, who may or may not be challenging Izzy Moreno for the Women's Pro Championship on Ladies Night Out 14. WrestleCade is Ladies Night Out 14 coming up at the beginning of December. Please check it out. Support women's wrestling, support Mission Pro, and support Meet Us in the Ring. We love you.
Honestly, that was a mic drop.
Yeah,
I loved that. Maddie, I don't know how you're going to follow up with that to take us out, but
well, I have one
out.
thing to say, and that's any technical difficulties now in the future are all Logan Paul's fault. We cannot apologize for that. So please direct that to Logan Paul, and Logan Paul is trash. So that is the episode. Thank you guys very much.
Bye, guys.